7 months ago, I made a video about the Proud Family reboot, which I didn't like. The episode I'm talking about is Grandma's Hands. And that episode is one of the stupidest episodes I have ever seen in Disney's life. And today, 7 months later, a controversy is finally posted. And look on Twitter and Instagram. Even my complaints will be heard on there. I've been telling them it's just as stupid as Family Guy and South Park and The Simpsons, which they are. And this is what I'm talking about. Trudy locking Penny out of the house. Well, she could end up getting raped, tortured, killed, abused, threatened, knives, guns. It's very deadly in the United States. And would you think it's okay for a child to go through this bullshit? Well, I've got to say, I've called the FBI and the police. Nearly did. But I reported it to Disney+. And that is not funny at all. There are homeless people out on the streets. And there are less fortunates out on the street. And, even worse, this is what problems... This is the video I'm talking about.
Hey, Mama, open the door. Something's wrong with my key.
Nothing's wrong with your key. We changed the locks.
Change the locks? Why?
You were supposed to be home by 8.
I was doing homework with friends.
Okay, well, Mr. Washington called and said you haven't done any homework in 2 weeks.
Huh? Daddy!
I'm sorry, baby girl. She didn't give me a key.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. You're grown. Figure it out.
Oh, come on, guys. Stop playing. Come on, man. Guys, come on. This isn't funny. Mama. Daddy. Baby. Cece. Bye. Somebody. Man, this is messed up.
Psst, baby girl. Here's some money for bus fare. Go to Sugar Mama's. It'll be worse than here. I mean, way worse than here. But at least you've been inside.
Oscar.
I gotta go. Keep your head up, baby girl.
And once you've watched it, nobody was happy. And look on Twitter. Everyone's getting really angry. Everybody saying it is just as bad as The Loud House, which is true. Because I've seen the other Nickelodeon episode before. Nobody was happy. And that's where that bullshit became. And I told Disney to get their fucking act together. And they should have got their fucking act together and never added that part. Now, children are out getting killed. Children are out getting beaten up. Copying the screen. Okay, I'll show you a few movies. No, first, I'll show you what I really mean by Penny Proud getting locked out at midnight and criminals. Look at what's been going on.
That the suspect in an hours-long standoff and shootout with police in Pittsburgh is now dead, according to officials. I want to show you what the scene looked like here. Local police, state troopers, SWAT on the ground, trying to get control of this situation that's been unfolding for most of the day. Our NBC News affiliate in Pittsburgh
saw an SUV with tinted windows that we believe to be Rudy Giuliani arriving here through this entrance right behind me. Rudy Giuliani, as we reported earlier today, was expected to surrender after meeting with prosecutors to reach a bond agreement, which we know he did. A $150,000 bond was set. He now appears to be inside the jail, turning himself in, just like several other defendants that we've seen come and go in the past day.
This morning, arrest warrants have been issued for at least 4 people after this brawl in Montgomery, Alabama.
What the fuck? Get on my fucking friend! Say the fucking kid, you dirty ass bitch! Say the motherfucking kid! I am a bitch! Say it! Say it! I dare you to say it! Go, bitch! Go, bitch! What's up, bruh? All right. No, my sister's pregnant. No, my daughter is right here. Get off of me. Yo, ma'am. Get the fuck off of me. Get off. I can't.
It's over. No. No. Do you? Why? Why? You let everybody else do it. You let everybody else do it. Why I can't do it? Because I'm a blonde white woman? Fucking wearing a fucking $40,000 fucking Rolex. I don't have the fucking right to fuck shit up. I'm going to jail. You don't get to resist.
20-year-old Samantha Alonzo Luna and her friends were pulled over by cops near Humboldt State University in Northern California.
Then you hear the crash right into the brick wall.
An investigation is now underway outside of Pittsburgh. A massive explosion and fire rocking a neighborhood. At least 5 people were killed, several others hurt. 3 homes completely leveled. The blast and fire leaving only rubble behind. Debris damaging a dozen nearby structures. The Red Cross and Salvation Army stepping in to help those who are now displaced.
You've seen the videos of brazen smash and grabs like these, often carried out in broad daylight.
It's an absolute threat.
A Chicago area Louis Vuitton raided by 14 hooded suspects, making off with over $100,000 worth of luxury items. A flash mob style heist at an Oakland area Nordstrom. This New York jewelry store, windows smashed in with hammers.
College students in the middle of the night, so horrific, the coroner is still processing what she saw. The friends seen together in this picture posted just hours before their murder.
Nurse Lucy Letby has been found guilty of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 6 others while they were in her care at a hospital in Cheshire, making the 33-year-old the UK's worst child killer in modern times.
10:30 after nearly 30 years. New developments tonight in the unsolved murder of rapper Tupac Shakur. A new twist tonight in the decades-old murder mystery. Las Vegas police serving a search warrant this week in connection with the rap star's shooting death.
Chef John Mountain is in a war with vegans. He banned them from his restaurant, but that was like a red rag to a bull. His restaurant's now been stormed by vegan activists twice, and they didn't hold back.
The sounds you hear now are pigs screaming for their lives inside carbon dioxide gas chambers. You're responsible for their murder if you're not vegan. We have blood on your hands.
Okay.
Psychopath.
All of that you saw could have happened if Trudy locked Penny out and if Penny was disciplined like that. It's not comedy, it's not funny, it's need to be seen and heard. This is like one major problem for the planet. I have like news reports and complaints about this. I have been reading a lot of CNN reports on Insta. I followed a lot of news reports all over social media to check on what's been happening, especially CBS. And I've seen what happened next. This is like one of the biggest nightmares television has ever received for kids. And no, it shouldn't be laughed at. I told Disney to get their fucking act together, and I'm repeating it again. They used the Willem scream twice, they used repetitive sound effects, they used the I can explain situation, and now they're doing this. And most of you may have heard of the other Disney show, Primos. Which I was super excited to watch, and I'm fine with your opinion on that. People were saying it was racist, and people were saying it was Mexicans, however, got mad with the show because that was not how cousins were pronounced in Spanish. But I've actually did translate with Google before. It's a prima and primotos. Yeah, Disney needs to be careful with how they write their script and how they do this. And this is not good. And the other scene you're about to see, the belt part.
Them gutters in my feet, I want you to clean up Bobby's room. You gonna learn. And the better you listen, the better we gonna get along.
That was fucking shocking. That was fucking stupid. You know what? Bruce W. Smith should be ashamed of himself for writing that up. Disney should be ashamed of themselves for using this itty garbage and using the same old repetitive bullshit over and over and over again. It's 2023. Why are we still doing this? This is like the biggest toxic thing I have ever saw in my fandom. And this is getting absolutely stupid. And this is so dumb. And I'm not laughing. This wench is so dumb. And if Stuck in the Middle had a reboot and that same thing happened, I would imagine that Scream incident that you watched. Yes, the movie Scream 5. That will be fucking scared by viewers. It's not Ghostface again. It is Mickey Mouse. Children should learn not to be murderers. The joke's on you, Disney. Joke's on you, Bruce, if you're watching this. You should be ashamed of yourself for adding that episode onto Disney Plus. And I'm so glad we're getting controversies and criticism. And yeah, people are not getting really happy at the moment. People are hating Disney because also if they make too many live action movies. Well, if you heard of Elemental and Kanto and Turning Red, you could be focusing on stuff like that rather than TV shows with the same old bullshit. Be grateful that Elemental's at the box office. And also be grateful that Encanto has hit the box office too. That's also important, that you don't add this stuff. Children are children. They are not supposed to be learning that stuff until they're in their older years. That is not funny at all. That is a living hell. This is domestic violence. That's the biggest problem. If World War III started today, we would all be dead. Which is never going to happen. But I hope it doesn't happen. Because right now I'm about to search on my computer. Exactly what I mean. Do you really think, Disney, if you're watching this, do you really think this is funny? Use the same old sound effects again? Do you think it's really funny to have children raped? There's the Leslie Mahaffey incident is the reason why people weren't happy. And I'm not really joking at all. Sorry on my ticks. There is like the worst incident. Look at that. Just look at it. All that stuff here. Or the Kira Hart incident. Yes, nobody was happy about that. Brian Chagrin did a little slut beating of her sister, Chloe. So I don't know her name, have been beating the shit out of her. Would you also want to add that in the Proud Family reboot? No. Investigation will be taken place immediately and the episode will be taken down. That's not fucking funny at all. That is one of the worst scenes I have ever seen in my life. Disney, I'm going to say it again. Get your fucking act together, change your script, and change your fucking script. Seriously. There are people dying. There is climate change. There's the Donald Trump incident. Russia and Ukraine. Also, COVID-19. Would you want all of that in the reboot? Absolutely not. This generation is filled with hate. People insulting the LGBT, insulting racism, and worse, transgender. I've got a friend who's transgender on Twitter, and I support him indeed. Anything happens to him, I will be there for him. Imagine him having to deal with Western homophobes right now. This is a nightmare for this world. I'm not even joking. Disney, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And guess what? About the cartoons. I'm getting the hell out of the fandom. I repeat, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm only watching animated films. That's it. That's a fucking waste of time. For those who agree with me, I'm so glad I've got my side. For those who think Penny deserves to be locked out because she's a spoiled brat, which is true, imagine your family, or you, or your mum, or your sister, or your father getting treated like this in reality. You would go to prison, or CPS would have to get involved. This is like the most deadliest episode in history. Disney, I'm not joking. Get your act together. Lost it with Matt Bradley. I've lost it with Seth MacFarlane. I've already lost it with you twice. I can lose it again. Which one is it going to be? I'm going to drink a bottle of rosé because I'm getting tired. Really tired. Thank you for watching anyway. I finally own Disney for that episode. Have a good night and I'll see you soon.